What's going on, guys? It's me, Shugishu. We are back with another Musume video. Hope y'all had a good weekend. And in today's video, we are going to be training a Bubblegum Fellow, which I think I've been trying to get her into, trying to use her for a League of Heroes or whatever, or CM. Regardless, just trying to use her, man. I never really got the chance, especially since getting her, I forgot when I got her, but since trying to train her, I guess, when I do train her. But other than that, we are training her for the League of Heroes, which is, oh yeah, hope y'all had a good weekend. I don't know if I said that already, but if I did, well, I'm gonna ask it again. I'm gonna ask it again. I was gonna train Kita, but I was like, I could wait a little bit on Kita. The New Year's Kita, and then obviously, might go also try do a run with, obviously, Cap, but I might also do, who else could I do? I mean, there's Red Desire. I could do I could go back to Chrono, Almond Eye, Loves Only You, Gentle Donna. I would say this one, but I believe her evolve skills is 2400. But I could go OG Gentle Donna if I wanted to. Obviously, Kita. Was it Sudamaru Tsuyoshi? She's like medium distance and all that. Yeah, some options. Maybe even try and bring out Suzuka. Ooh, I might try Suzuka later on, but. Oh no, what's a Gentle Donna? No, go back to Bubblegum Fellow. We're gonna train her. As for the setup, I was actually debating. I was like, do I really need a stamina card? I was debating. I was like, maybe I should go 2 power or maybe even a guts card just to get more guts. But I was thinking, I don't know what to do. I don't know if I wanted to try the guts instead of stamina card here. Just see how that goes. Kind of like a trial run. To see if that would be better than running this setup here. I don't know. I really don't know what I would do. I kind of want to try the 1 guts just for this run just to see. Or I can try it. Or I can try it off camera. I think I'll just stick with this. See how it goes. Although let me know if you'd rather go 2 power or 1 power, 1 guts instead of the stamina card. I don't know, just a thought. Because I was thinking maybe we don't need that much stamina because we are going from what 3600 to 2000, and 2000 is not really as bad as like 2400 and all that. So I'm thinking maybe around 1200 stamina should be just fine for like a good minimum. Maybe 1300 just to be sure. And I'm kind of just wondering, would I be able to get that? Probably, but let's just run this for today's and then we'll see how it goes in the future, friends. But yeah, before we jump into the run and go over the comments, if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. There's a channel called Circle Quest for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join a circle that I'm in. It's called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request to join, there will be, whoa. It'll let me know that you want to join a circle, and after that, head over to the comment section or the Circle Request channel or Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. I was like, what was I about to say there? It's been a while. It's been a while since I said it, but I did make a little bit more space. I think there was already 2 spots available, but I made, I think, 2 more spots. So I think just 4 spots available now. So yeah, if you want to join. Feel free to join. But if you do end up not playing the game for a certain amount of time, you will get booted. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. You will get booted. I think I wait for like a month plus, if not maybe 3 weeks plus. So Actually, there might be someone that's still like 22 days, so about a month. About a month, I think, is what I usually do. Or I wait for Eugen to tell me, but if I just do it, I just do it. If I just do it, I just do it. So it is what it is. Also, if you guys saw the Zenless Deadly Soul video, I only did the trial version simply because I am still stuck on the adversity side. I'll be honest. I tried a couple times to try and get in the video, but I was like, why am I not getting points? Am I doing something wrong? I even went back to go read what the heck I have to do, and the minimum is 30,000 points. I don't even think, I didn't even reach 10,000 points, so I'm kind of like, huh? I should probably figure this out before, you know, it kind of caught me off guard, where I was like, huh? Because obviously I went through the original part of Deadly Assault, the trial version, whatever, just how it is. And then trying the new part of it, which I do want to do it because they added a new shop to it, and it looks like they'll be putting stuff in it. But regardless of that, I'm kind of like, I could probably do this. I just need to figure it out what I'm doing wrong. Which hopefully I'll be able to post the adversity part of it sometime this week, hopefully before Friday before Shield Defense. And then is this week global CM? I'm gonna check that because I think this week is global CM. Do I have? I think we'll be fine though with this. Yeah, it's fine. Let me check real quick. I feel like it's this week. Yeah, it is. And like, what's that? It starts on Saturday. So that'll be, oh, that's fine. That means Monday I'll just post day 2, round 2. Or day 1, round 2. Yeah. Fine. And then I don't have to worry about JP just yet. Just yet. So I do need to try a little bit more on, train a little bit more in, try and train a little bit more in global, just to kind of give myself a better chance for the CM, considering it is also dirt. So I should try and put a little bit more time in it, because I don't know if I have one ready, or maybe 2 ready. Not sure yet. I don't remember, but I have been doing. Well, actually, I might have 2. Might. I think I have a cap ready. I'm not sure. Maybe even a Marzensky swimsuit Marzensky. I don't remember. I don't remember at all. But over the weekend, actually, right now, since it's Sunday for me, I do need to finish the rest of my city stamina for NTE. I did all my weeklies already, if I'm not mistaken. I did the one Genshin event that was going to be done in like tomorrow for me. Tomorrow. I guess tonight, when it goes to the reset of weeklies. And then I made sure that I finished Whimpering Waste, because I did see that was about to be finished. And then I pretty well it's already been a couple days since connecting. We good? We got internet? Is it just the game? Hello? Don't tell me I'm about to go check if I got no internet. I got internet. It says internet access still. So what? Or am I tripping? Give me a sec. Let me see if I could load a YouTube video. Because if I could watch a YouTube video, then all right, let me just play this short. You guys won't hear, obviously, but oh, oh, that's not good. But it, yeah, it's not loading YouTube. Well, that's interesting. In the middle of recording? Seriously? Let me check my phone. Am I connected to the Wi-Fi? I am. Huh? Whoa. Let me resize that back. My bad. I was trying to go to. Oh, did I put that a little too? Well, it's weird because I still see that I have internet, so it's probably just taking its sweet time. Give me a sec here. Let me close everything on my tablet and then restart it. See how that works. We are literally just in the beginning of the run. Yeah, it doesn't help that YouTube is not loading. Even just the dashboard or whatever. Okay, but you okay, YouTube just refresh. The game just refreshed. What the heck just happened? I'm leaving all that in. I'm leaving all of that in. What the heck was that all about? Making me think the internet just went out. It probably did for like a quick sec. Probably did. And that rarely happens. That rarely happens. But all right. Weird. Made me worried for a sec. I was what was the last time that happened? I don't think it's ever happened during a Pretty Derby video or Musume video. But there was actually it happened a few weeks ago when I was recording the I think when I was a few weeks ago when I was recording the story. Was it? Or was it during Camille's story? I just know it happened while I was playing some story, and I feel like it was Enfield. Regardless, yeah, it rarely happens, so it kind of just caught me off guard. Other than that, what else did I do? What else did I do over the weekend? I said I was gonna. Oh, besides after Genshin, what did I do? I didn't do much. I'll be honest. It was hot. That was one thing. I know, being 100 degrees. Yesterday, I think it was gonna be basically close to 100 today as well. It was 100 on Friday. I'm just like, bro. Wua, I actually pretty much since it's been a couple of days. I'll just talk about my polls already. So for Wua, I did build Sui. Well, minus her weapon. I don't got her weapon yet. But it's funny because I have her echoes ready. She's already level 90. All that's left is to build her forte up to just build her forte and then get her weapon. It's just a me thing. I have to get her weapon. I have to get her weapon. I could technically give the Lahai Roy rectifier if I wanted to, because it's energy recovery. So that'll work, but I'm like, I really just want to give her hers, so yeah, we'll go with that. So I will continue on with the events, but I think later today, I might actually, later today for me, since Sunday, I'm gonna do some Starvale to pretty much just catch up with the stories, both the last main story and then also, well, I don't know if I'll do the Fate collab right away. I probably will, but I don't know if I'll do it like off the rip after finishing the 4.4 story, the most recent story. Because I do, I keep saying this, I do want to do the event story for the Sanjone event story in Genshin. So there's that. And then I didn't really do much in manga. I'm kind of just manga. It feels like I have a moment of catching up, and then I'll just stop for a bit, and then I'll catch up again. I feel like that's been the case. I don't know if I'm gonna pull for Inquisitor. I'm just gonna keep calling her Inquisitor. I don't know her name, but I did check. She is a destroyer, so Nova, you were right. But I don't know if I want to pull for her simply because if she's a destroyer, I already have Naga. Right, that's her name. And she's basically the same. Destroyer electric. And I'm just like, I could just save at this point. I could just save at this point if that's the case, you know? So, yeah. I'm gonna just go with that thought process when it comes to Mongol. I'll just wait till the next one, which will allow me to pretty much, well, I'll do like the events and then probably even catch up with the main story at one point. That way I'll get more currency and all that for the next banner. For the next banner. Am I worried about anything this week when it comes to banners? Is there anything this week when it comes to banners? There's like 3 last week, 4 if you want to include Uma. Let me check. I don't know who this is in. Oh, this is the 7.0 banner? Who is this? Odette? I kind of like how she looks. Another cryo character? From what it looks like, obviously. Ooh, I wonder if she'll work with Sanjone's team. I wonder. I didn't think we were going to 7.0 already. Because or maybe it's just or maybe they do this around August, but the anniversary just in September, and I just confuse it. Because it's kind of like Zenless, where they had started 3.0 or season 3, and then they did their anniversary a patch later, which was a month later. Like a year after. Well, the thing is, their anniversary was actually supposed to be around when I was in Anime Expo, actually. That's their actual any date around that or there. I do remember it releasing around Anime Expo, if I'm not mistaken. 2 years ago. Zenless release. Yeah, this is literally July 4th of 2024. That's around the Anime Expo time, because Anime Expo is always around 4th of July time. Essentially, it's my 4th of July celebration. Essentially, that's what it feels like. So yeah, they're celebrating. Well, I guess maybe that's why, because they're busy with with Anime Expo. They got no time to worry about their actual anniversary, which is why they do it like a couple weeks later. Maybe that's why. It kind of makes sense now that I think about it. Now that I think about it. Okay, Genshin, but that's next week. I don't even know if I'll be able to pull for it, because for whatever reason, Genshin, no matter what I do, it still feels like in that specific game, out of all the games, Hoyo games, I guess we'll go, or even Wuwa, Enfield, NTE, and all that. It's the game where I have the least currency all the time for whatever reason. I don't know if I think it's the lack of events, because honestly, now that I think about it, I'm rarely doing events for Genshin. I'm like rarely worried about it. Like, one will pop up and I'll able to finish it in like an hour or two. Unless it's an event story, then obviously that will take me a while and a couple hours, or more than a couple hours and more like a couple days or so. And then obviously there's the end game, but aside from that, it definitely doesn't feel like they give a lot. Now that I think about it. Oh well. NT, obviously Zonko, but that's like in a little over 2 weeks. A little over 2 weeks. I think, yeah, like 15 days by the time this video comes out. Which, yes, I'm pulling for Zonko. Iroi, definitely. Thank you, Iroi. Iroi definitely made it easier on me. And then obviously Shinku wasn't that bad either for me, because I was trying to get Lacrimosa's gotcha skin, but then all I did was build up to 70 at the end of the day. And then that basically left me, I think I did 110 pull for that, because I was already at 70, so I already had the increased raise by the time I got to Shinku. Iroi was a whole different story. So I'm set for Zonko, which is great. Enfield's this week. It's what's her name? Lino? Honestly speaking, I might want to pull for her, because I feel like she is meant to be like either like a Perlica or Arclight replacement. I feel, because honestly, I could remove Perlica from the current Fungi / Arcane team I'm using. I'd probably do Lino instead of Perlica. Or Arclight, right? I could not use her as well if I choose to, so we'll see. We'll see. Right now I've been having fun with my dual DPS with Arcane and Fungi. Although Arcane should be in her support mode instead, or int build, right? Right? Is it int build, or is it the other one? Well, whatever her support is supposed to be, because apparently I'm confusing the two. Will. Do I have Will or int on her right now? Whatever her DPS one is the one I have. But I've been trying to get her support essence. That way I can see what the difference is. But I've been having fun using Fungi and Arcane at the same time, because it's just, I'm just clearing through these stuff easier, faster, because it's just, well, I don't know about the end game stuff. I don't know if I'll do as good with that, but regardless, I'm just having fun with the team overall. That's all that matters. As for the Lino, I don't know if I'll pull for her. I feel like I will though, because of the just, you know, replace some characters in certain teams. Because I believe I have Perlica in like 2 out of my 3 teams. Yeah. Yeah, I do have Perlica in 2 out of my 3 teams. Yeah. And then I don't know. I think that's it. Wuwa, obviously we just had Wuwa. NTE, we just had NTE. Same with Zenless. Oh, Zenless, Remiel. I did build her the way I wanted to. I got a piece that made it all work. So now my Remiel does have 4,000 attack, a little over 4,000 attack, and also 400 anomaly proficiency, which was I was going for the whole time. So that's that. I don't need a farm for her drive disc anymore. And then I did pick Trigger and her W engine for the free character, and with W engine. Anything else? Anything else? And Zenless. Well, like I said, still trying to figure out adversity, what I'm doing wrong there. Because it's not like I'm having a hard time against Gerda Blulu, the name of the boss. It's just, I guess, something about the point system, something I need to do that I'm not understanding, that I'm probably just, yeah. So that's one thing I need to figure out. Stario, I don't think I need to worry about the next banner because it's just reruns of Ceridra, Anaxa, and Aventurine. So I think I'm in the clear because I still need, well, technically I don't need to, but I'm still gonna try and get the free light cone before for Gilgamesh. And then I don't know if I'm gonna continue pulling, because if it's like how they did Saber and Archer, then if the banner just stays over the year, over time without even disappearing, then I think it's safe to say I can just not pull for Reen just yet. And see if I'm gonna pull for the next actual like new banner first, after I get the thing out of the way. And I think that's pretty much it for like all the like Hoyo, Kua, NTE, Enfield banners. I don't necessarily know about like the others. But other than that, I think now would be a perfect time to go over the comments. I did see that. Oh, let me refresh just to make sure. I did see in one of Haxor's comments, just like, it's not that bad. I'll just go over it real quick. But the only comments are from Haxor and Nova. We're gonna start off going over Haxor's comments. First one says, yay, Orferv, and yes, I can't find many Orferv career runs. I saw only one in the previous scenario. I think I don't know how many times I trained in the previous scenario, but it could be a good one too. Just one, maybe 2. I think this was my second one for this scenario, actually. I think, if not, it was my first, but I know I always usually train Orferv at least once or a few times during a scenario, if I'm not mistaken. Let me ask HT, when was the last time I did Orferv prior to? Yeah, I already trained Orfurv once in this scenario, at least in this scenario, so it's fine. I usually always try and train Orfurv. Although the last time before that was April, but I'm assuming it was because of the distance and all of that, because there was short distance and then there was some other stuff where I didn't train her for probably, or yeah. Nova responded, says, "Are you pulling for Orfurv Global?" Well, whenever that is, when she comes out. True. Axer says, "In 2 years, and yes, I already planned all my pulls until the current scenario on JP." Dang. You literally looked at all the banners up until now, and you've decided who you want to pull for or not? That's crazy. That's crazy. For me, it doesn't matter. I'm just pulling for whatever we want to pull for in global. Because global is just global to me. Not as important at all. JP is more important, obviously, because it's my main one. And I save all my statues to 5-star her immediately. You're gonna have more than enough statues of 5-star her if you're gonna save for that long. Nova says, if I were a global player and never touch a JP Uma in my life, I'd probably save for Donna and Vivlos. Then again, would I be able to hoard for 2 years? No. I don't think so if you don't play the game. If you still play the game like you did at JP, yes. I mean, because you're playing the game. But if you were like not even playing the game, just logging in and all that, and then no. And then no, obviously. Haxer responded saying, "I also plan to pull other Umas, but I had a JP account for some time. Steam doesn't want to start the game anymore. Managed to get summer gold chips. Stay golden Orfur, or I guess that's what you meant by Orf, on the Golden Week banner. The Umas I want to get are Dream Journey, Gentle Donna, Orfur, Christmas Dream Journey, Anime Aguri, Stay Gold, Almond Eye, Lucky Lilac, Wedding Cafe, and once they release March Lorraine and Forever Young. Forever Young should probably most likely be the next anniversary for JP. That is my assumption at the very least. That is my assumption at the very least. Can I get... Sure. Yeah, just to get some stamina into this. I don't see how Steam would play the JP version of the game unless you are in, I'm assuming unless you are in, I don't know if, do they have the, unless you're in Japan, right? They should have a, I don't know if, actually, I don't actually know if Japan has a Steam version. I don't know if this is a Japanese version of a Steam game, actually. That I'm not aware of, because I've only known DMM when it came to, like, the JP side. So I wasn't even aware that you could play it on Steam. And I wouldn't be surprised if you weren't able to play it regardless, because it's kind of like a region thing on Steam. Unless you got a VPN. Then I guess that would probably be the only way. But yeah, I don't... That's my first time hearing that you were able to play on Steam for JP. That's interesting. And then Nova says, I couldn't run JP and Global on Steam at the same time, so that was kind of sad. You could run JP on Steam? Am I forgetting something here? Or have I not tried something out here? Am I missing out? What the heck? Since when were we able to run JP on Steam? What? Well, that's kind of a revelation or like surprise to me. I never knew that. I've always played on my phone or my tablet. Pretty much. I did play on DMM, but it was always laggy. So yeah, that kind of caught me off guard. I kind of got, wow, I did not know you could play JP on Steam. I know because of DMM, for some odd reason, it gave my Steam a hard time when Global first came out. So yeah, I forgot what I did to fix it. I think Eugen helped me out on that. I think because I do remember him telling me something about it on Discord, but yeah, not sure. I was not aware that you could play JP on Steam. Was not aware. You know what they say, the more you know, I guess, right? Right? And then the last comment from Haxter says, "Thank you for doing a career with Orfev." No problem, man. No problem. It just caught me by surprise that not a lot of people run Orfev, I guess. Because I honestly, I was under the impression that people did like Orfev, but I guess not as much as Gentle Donna, from what it seems like. I think that's how I see it at this point now. Although I kind of did feel like people did prefer Gentle Dawn or Orfev. I'll be honest, I do too. I do too, so I ain't gonna just deny it. But no problem, man. I do train Orfev as much as I can here and there, but most likely I try to at least get 1 or 2 runs out of the way for the scenario, but it also depends on the distance, obviously. But I don't let that stop me because I believe she can run mile distance and dirt. And I have tried training her for dirt and mile distance, so it's nothing new for me. But thank you, Haxter, for the comments, and Nova for replying to said comments. Now, to go over Nova's comments. With the first one saying these comments are in reference, well, I guess there's one long comment and then okay, so if I were to separate this one comment into the parts, it would add up to as much as what you normally do. So I see you. These comments are in reference to your previous video in the banner review. I was busy with my parents that day, so I didn't really get to comment more. Fair enough. All good, man. One, yep, still a measurable guy, but double banners are kind of mid for me, especially if the other character is meh. I got kind of lucky with the last one, Donna and Cafe. I got both in 50, so it is what it is. It is what it is. That is true. I guess, yeah, you wouldn't pull for this one since you practically forgot about Saints, guys, so... Number 2, Kazuki likes to do the reply spam for what I see. Yeah, he does. He definitely is a reply spammer instead of a actual like comment spammer, I guess, if you want to call it spammer. I don't think it's a comment spam, but in a way, the replies is more of a spam because it's, I don't know. It's just how I see it. Because yours is all different topics, while Kazuki's, like I said, is all the same topic most of the time. So it's like, So it is what it is. No problems with it though. It's just, you know, I don't know if next thing you know, Kazuki will get shadow banned because of all those replies. Because if you're getting shadow banned, I'm just like, it's kind of worrisome. Because you're not doing anything bad in my eyes, in my point of view. So I don't know what YouTube's doing. This might be the new move, Nova, where you just do like maybe like 1 or 2 big long comments, and then the rest, and then like a couple of the shorter ones to just add up to what you may have missed or something. Maybe that could be the way, right? You never know. But we are competitors and spamming comments for now. Who knows what other competitors will when other competitors will come in and play. Who knows? There did used to be a couple. There used to be a couple. I mean, Eugen may have found a job. I don't know, or he's just playing Ragnarok because his comments are now becoming less common again. So there's that. And then, well, Tanoki basically comments when Tanoki wants. He'll most likely pop in and comment like 2, maybe 3 times, and that's it. Once in a while, maybe he'll do a couple more than that, but that's usually the normal for Tanoki. And then Asta is usually a 1 or 2 commenter. And most people are actually. It's just usually you or Kazuki as of right now. Nova. Persona 5 collabs are notorious for causing other gachas to EOS after some time. Wait, really? Seriously? I did not know that. Wait, what games is that then? What games are those? I guess it's obvious that I haven't heard or played them if I'm here wondering asking what they are or what games they were. I might have heard of them, but I don't remember, obviously. It's a running joke for the most part, but some of these EOS might be too coincidental. I wouldn't say that it has to do anything about the Persona 5 collabs, because if you think about it, Persona 5 is pretty popular, I would say. I would say they wouldn't have gone Persona 5 Royale, then did Persona 5. What was that other game on Steam? I did play it. Let me see. Let me go down my game list. Persona 5 Strikers, that was more of the hack and slash one. Then now they have Persona 5, the gacha game. The Phantom X. So I don't think it had anything to do with Persona. I think it just so happened these games just EOS after a Persona collab. Maybe the Persona collab was the let's hope this might turn things around and help us, bounce back a little bit, but they didn't, so they end up EOSing. What if that's the case? What if that's the case? Just a thought, just a thought. Because yeah, if I've heard of Persona 5 collab in a gacha game, I probably would have heard of the game at least. But I can't think of any. Or if I even played them or heard of them. So I think it doesn't have anything to do with Persona, because Persona in general, because Persona is popular, as in general, I would say. So I don't think it has anything to do with the collabs. Number 4, I'm just a casual swiper. Meta swipers are the real whales, though. Oh yeah, if you're swiping just for meta stuff, that's a real whale. If you're swiping just to swipe for what you want, you're still a whale. Just a more casual one. March 5, March 7 lore holy, but then there's the dark March 7 lore too. Well, her name's Evernight. Or March 7 Evernight. Her lore, that lore's a little bit different. That's a little bit more different. Because oh, I guess it did. That all came from Amphorius. That's a whole different thing. That has nothing to do with her name. That has nothing to do with her name being March 7th. So, in a way, it's kind of eh. Okay, can't make any ramen, so I'm just gonna go do this. Saw the Genshin 7.0 reveal, and I'm like, that Renoa chick looks really, really good. The Archon is not probably my type, but Genshin is more to fill out my curiosity itch than anything now. Renoa? Who was the name I said? Was that her? No, it's Odette. Who's Odette? There's Renoa, then there's Odette. Okay, let me search Renoa. Oh, her. That's her name. Right? Am I looking at the right one? I hope so. No, here's the thing. I don't know if you're spelling it correctly because your ass likes to misspell names either on purpose or just spell it the way you do. So I'm gonna think it's Renova because even Google is trying to correct me. See, this is why I autocorrect when I see you miss write names incorrectly. But I think I've seen this Renova pic somewhere, or like this herb somewhere else earlier before. Frickin' Nova. This is why I tend to correct the names. I guess this is the perfect time to figure out who Odette is. That's right, that's her name. Who is Odette? She's the... Oh, that's who she is? Well, Nova, if you didn't know, well, Odette is apparently the candidate for inheriting the Harbinger seat of her mentor, Signora. Basically, Signora's replacement. Is what they're saying. I see. So that's her. 1, 2. Just use the 1, 2 there, right? No, well, I'll probably use it on that instead. But I don't know anything more about... Well, I don't know the Archon. Who was that supposed to be Renova? Did say it was a ruler of the underworld, so I'm not sure. But, well, Genshin's reaching a point where there might be a second Genshin, so I can't rule out the possibility of me coming back. That was kind of the assumption in a way, because they mentioned other worlds outside of Tevat. Right now it's just Tevat. The adventures into that, so there might be more than just this world. So I wouldn't be surprised if Hoyo has been cooking up cooking up a continuous story from Genshin outside after we finish Tevat. I wouldn't be surprised, because I've kind of been under that impression for, I think, the past 2 years now. I've been under that impression. 7 Sigrid is already a must pull anyway. Uma and Zenless, that's the combo we need here in the gacha space. True. True. I mean, I already seen like people saying Uma and Zenless and all that when mentioning Sigrid, so it's not like I haven't seen it already. Enfield's Pity does carry over, but it's only the 50-50 you get at 80 pulls and not the guaranteed 120. Oh, okay, so stacking Pity at Enfield's kind of just for the 50-50. Oh, so if you build Pity, as in, let's say if I were to continue doing, would it count like that? All right, let's say that if I had pulled in the Camille banner, right? But I stop so if I stop prior to where they give the guaranteed 50-50, where you either get obviously a different character or the limited character. I think that was what, 80, right? Oh, you can correct me if I'm wrong. If it's 80 or whatever, if you stop like right before, so your Pity would carry over since you didn't get the 50-50 yet. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I don't see what's wrong with. Honestly, in my eyes, like I said, standing 10 toes strong. Enfield's Pity, I don't get why people's hating, because if you break it down numbers wise and how it sounds, it technically sounds, it definitely sounds better than how what we've been used to. So it is what it is. I think let's just put it this way. I think the 50-50 would get less backlash, especially on like Hoyo's end or even Kuro for the character banner. Um, is if they kind of went with this approach, because like I said, you're going either 180 pulls for a chance of going a full 180 pulls, because 90-90. If you failed the first 90, then obviously you might have to go another 90. So 180 max compared to one like I said, 120 for Enfield, 100 for Silver Palace, and then 90 for NTE. But regardless, you're still getting it guaranteed towards the end. But you still, for like Enfield, you still have that 50-50. But if you miss it, you have 40 more pulls to do, which is not bad, rather than doing another 90. So yeah, I personally think that would probably make things seem better. Probably. Because if people are complaining like without actually thinking about the Enfield gotcha system, like I have broken down right now, I don't see what's wrong with it. I don't see what's wrong with the Enfield gotcha system. It makes no sense. Like, y'all would rather is if y'all are thinking that the Enfield gotcha system is bad, why are people complaining about the 50-50 system now? Is because of NTE, right? We're gonna pretty much blame NTE on this. But even if you let's give NTE that 50-50 system, right? Let's just give it to them. Theoretically, let's give it to them. And let's say instead of 90, we'll do it the same. 100 to 120 to get the guaranteed. But you still have to go through a 50-50 prior to it, around like 80 or 70. But you just have to do another 40 to 50 extra pulls if you want to get the guaranteed. That way you still get the 50, the pain of the 50-50, but it won't be as bad as how it is now, is what I'm saying. Honestly, it's still better than going the whole 200 no pity. I mean, 200 pity, no carryover, and no 50-50. It's just, you either get them or not. The old school days, yeah, no, can't. But it is what it is. Number 9, the other gotcha content creators I meant is what I'm pretty sure what you mean by CCs aren't helping the cause by spreading these negativities. I'm aware that this is the game and content creation to get clicks and views, but what are you making is essentially a cabal, that's what I'm pretty sure how you say it, of mindless gotcha cultists who will never enjoy a gotcha game. I agree. That does sicken me, and I was mad for a few weeks, but I think I'm just too invested, so I need to step back from reading these idiotic comments first. No, I feel you. I feel you, because it's like you can say your own opinions and all that, but don't make it like a whole following or whatever to where you're making other people end up not enjoying the game because of your own experiences. If you're the one, if it's like, it's just don't bring people down with you. That's basically what I'm saying. Otherwise, you're just the asshole. You're the one who basically started all. You're the asshole that's basically making all this negativity start and all that. You're the reason why people are complaining for whatever reason, even though it doesn't seem as bad. Rather than just sitting down and thinking about how these gotcha systems actually do work, people are just complaining off the rip because, oh, this guy says they're just spreading stupidity and negativity all around, which makes these gotcha communities seem more stupid than they should, than they seem like. I don't know. So yeah, it's just stupid. It's just stupid. It's like you can't really enjoy the game if all you care about is the gacha system, right? At that point, you're not even playing for the game. You're just playing for the gacha system, which you shouldn't even play video games at this point. If that's all you care about, you shouldn't play video games in general. If that's all you care about. If you're not gonna care about story, if you're not gonna care about anything outside of the gacha system, then you shouldn't be playing. If that's all you care about. And on top of that, if you're also that type of player and then you're gonna spread negativity because of just a gacha system, no. I hate it. I hate it. Because you're not even talking about the game, you're just talking about the system. So yeah. So yeah. It does make me mad. But like I said, does it stop me from playing the game? No. It's just all stupid noise. Stupid noise going all around. That's all it is. 10. While trying to find the gooning elements where I do shine in my 5 years of studying goonology. By the way, if I end up cussing, that means that it really, really irks me and pisses me off. And if I don't cut it off, it's because I don't care. I don't care. I want you guys to hear my displeasure about this whole thing. And no, it's what I say. I keep it 100 with you guys. I keep it a bug. If I'm gonna voice my displeasure, I'm gonna voice my displeasure. If I'm gonna be pissed, I'm gonna be pissed. But I'm not truly pissed. I'm just annoyed at the fact of these people. But continuing on, I have to do more research unless Side Games is willing to collaborate. I don't know if they'll be willing to collaborate. Plus, I don't think Side Games really had the approach of going the Gooner way. So this is all just you, like I said, Nova. It makes you 11. It makes you think, doesn't it? How Genshin and HSR are so Gooner restricted that how the hell did Zenless come into play and convince me to play a Hoyo Gacha again? Well, the reason why it convinced you is, well, you were pretty invested in the story and you did like the story at that point. If right. And then obviously the gooning element was obviously a factor. You did end up liking characters, so I'd say outside the gooner stuff of Zenless, there were other things that got you to play, right? Am I wrong? Or am I right? But I mean, they're all different devs. It's the same company, but different groups of devs are managing them. So let's just say that probably the devs of Zenless had a whole different approach. They probably had a whole different approach, and they were like, you know what? Let's do this instead. Is it working? I think so. Even though Star Rail seems to be the most popular one out of the 3, I still feel like Zenless will probably eventually be there for whatever reasons. Actually, Enfield has potential, I'd say. Fangi has those leak pants. Or leak pants. Yeah, she does. Missed potential for sure. I'm gonna be honest, when I first saw Fangi, it took me a while to realize that those were pants. They just blended in so well. It took me a bit to realize that they were pants, I'm gonna be honest. But yeah, she definitely, in my opinion, would have been so much better if she wasn't wearing pants. Like a dress, long skirt or something. Something. Just not the pants. It's like I said for for Uma. I don't really like the Umas that wear pants. But it's not like I don't like Fangi. I do like Fangi. It's just like Fangi had potential to be way better than what she is right now with her design if she just wasn't wearing pants. In my opinion. So yeah. So either that or that. You know, I can't say no to this. Plus, it'll bump it up. Arcane though, she has that outfit and it is pretty good. It is pretty good. I liked Arcane since I saw her for the first time. Yes. I mean, I wouldn't say that I didn't feel that way for Fangi also, but Arcane definitely more than Fangi. I haven't played the Zenless story yet, but I do have I was almost say hypothesis. Hypothesis in mind. What if Sunbringer wanted Remiel to kill her? I can't really respond to what your hypothesis is because it will spoil. Because obviously I know what you're talking about. I know what the story is, so give me a sec here. This or that. But if there's a reason why you would split your quote-unquote soul into 3, then part of my thinking is that there's something wrong with the original body. Sunbringer is an intelligent construct after all, and we have seen that they are corruptible as well. Well, I'll let you know when I get to the real reason. I can't respond to that. All I will say is I will just... I did say on my end, my theory. My theory was that they had planned it. Although my theory was for the... Yeah, I can't really go into the details without possibly spoiling, so I'm gonna just stay shut and I'm gonna just wait until you finish the story. How about that? Next comment says the GF. Oh, that's pretty much the first comment. The stack of comments. I was pretty much in response to the other video that he didn't comment much in. So fair enough. Did I already use the last date? I did. Okay. We'll do this. The GFL2 events took me 4 hours or more, and yeah, reading the new lores blew me away. GFL2 lore is getting better and better. I decided to skip Cheyenne, but I do think I'll pull for Sakura during her rerun. Reason is that there's a new event that requires you to climb the tower, but the catch is that each character can only be used once per day, and they do require you to put down 5 units for each map. Oh, it's that event. I think I know what event you're talking about. I figure that we'll need a second fire team at this rate. The soiree event this time around was kind of tame and not like the Helen one. The minigames are pretty fun, but I did just do half of the Neuro Cloud event since I had to do other gotchas. Fair enough. I get the feeling. I definitely get the feeling. Next character is Sexton, the 3rd Gendal who is in electric support. I'm hearing that Igla will be playable as well, so that means my Mama Cocoon is going to be coming home. Ooh, well, an electric support. And then more tame than the Helen one. I would have to see. I didn't do the soiree, but I did like the story, supply, missions, the challenges, and all that. I did all that. I've yet to do the soiree part, which I can probably knock out later today. Or later, yeah, I guess later today. Because I think it ends at the 5th. I think. So I definitely do have some kind of time. Second fire team. I mean, yeah, if I think about all the fire characters I pulled, I think I could have 2 fire teams. I think, yeah. I don't know if I skipped the fire character, actually. I guess you're kind of having like a me moment when I said I was gonna pull for the rerun of Alva, so I had Sakura already. But so yeah, so I think during Sakura's rerun, I'll go for her weapon. I don't think I have her weapon. That's what I do now. But yeah, I didn't pull for Cheyenne simply with the fact that I just don't use physical characters. Right, she's physical, right? Are you pulling the idle chicken Enfield? Oh, I felt like I answered this a while ago. I'm thinking that she will be replacing either Arclight or Perlica for that team, which is already busted with Arcane. That's kind of funny because I did mention that. I pretty much did mention that earlier. That's kind of funny how that's being mentioned now. But my preference is still Mifu, since punching them mobs is more satisfying than Fangi weaving hand signals into them in the back. I do like Mifu a lot also. If it wasn't obvious by me ranting about how in the past how I wanted Mifu to get released already, and which she didn't get released. So but I get you. Mifu's team is, I don't know. With Arcane now, I'm using like I said, Arcane and Fangi at the same time. So I kind of went from using this has been the my teams. I started off with Lacerite, then I pulled for Lavitane. That's why I started using Lavitane as my main team, and then I use obviously Fangi. And then once I got Mifu, and I built up Mifu, Rossi, Chen. And then I think I said I used Akakuri for that 4th slot. Used that for a while, and then Arcane got released. So I've been using Arcane more than ever, along with Fangi. So yeah. It's just having Arcane and Fangi just demolishes everything and clears everything right faster than any other team I've used. I mean, Fangi was already doing that, but with Arcane it feels way faster. I ain't gonna deny it. But I think like I said, I will be pulling for the idol character in Enfield simply because of replacing either Perlica or Arclight, like you said, or like I also mentioned earlier. Zennies, is that what it should be called in Zenless? No, because like I said, it's called Zennies in Dragon Ball. So that's, I don't think they would have been happy about hearing Zennies, and I think that's why they called it Denny's. I think they originally maybe had the intention of going for Zennies, but then remember Dragon Ball uses Zennies as their currency, and they're like, yeah, no, we'll go with Denny's. I don't know where they got Denny's from, but they use Denny's in Zenless. I don't know why. I think Eugen said it right. I don't know why he said it though. I don't know why Eugen said it in his comment for that NTE related part of the comment, because obviously it was Fawns, not Zennies. So I don't know what he was thinking. I want to say I'm playing games besides gacha games, but League and Master Duel are essentially gacha games in a way. Oh, Master Duel definitely is kind of a gacha game. It's basically a gacha game because you're essentially using the gacha system to pull for cards rather than, just in real life. You could just either buy the singles or do the same thing you're doing in in Master Duel. Opening packs essentially is gacha, right? Right. So yeah. League, I mean, I don't think so. Is it really like a gacha these days? I don't know about League because my memory from League is, well, you what, just buy the champion you want, the character you want to use, right? I don't even remember how League, like, when it came down to it. I just remember, I think you just do buy the character you want to use, and that's it, right? Then you either play whatever top mid, top mid, 80 carry, jungle. I don't know. All I know is I played all those positions. And I ended up just being freaking support for the 80 carry, pretty much. Because my friend, like I said, I mentioned before, my friend was a really good 80 carry. There was no way I was gonna take that from him. I tried top for a while. It was okay, actually. It was pretty okay. Then I tried jungle. My other friend was a better jungler. Mid lane was all right, but for some odd reason, I was just chilling with support. But that was 10 years ago. That was 10 years ago. And then I'm aware of Enfield's gacha pool, but it's unreliable to me. I just got to dupe Mifu off of Arcane, but I am kind of wary of reruns for Enfield since they did that before, and that banner was not too appealing. Well, reruns is a different story from the gacha pool, because you essentially just got Mifu off losing the 50-50. If when you were pulling for Arcane. Imagine saying you lost a 50-50, but you end up getting one of the previous two limited characters. Doesn't that sound fairly nicer than just losing the 50-50 to a normal standard banner character, to, let's say, in Zenless, like you lose it to Lycon, Nekomata, Rina, or any of these standard banner characters, where in Enfield, being 80, essentially 4 more pulls away from getting the guaranteed if you lose the 50-50, but at least with the 50-50, 80 pulls in, you have a chance to get the last 2 limited characters, which I think would be nice if it was, used for other games. Because that didn't happen to me, but it's happened to my brother. He got both Rossi and Gilberta off. Well, Gilberta got released before Yvonne, right? So my brother when he was pulling for Yvonne, he got Gilberta that way. Rossi, I think, yeah, he got Rossi off pulling for Fang Yi, if I'm not mistaken. So I think it's nicer, in my opinion. If we're talking about reruns, yeah, the rerun in Enfield was kind of weird, in my opinion. That was more out of the blue, and I was like, that was too soon. Literally too soon. It's because they just wanted Fang Yi, and then they're like, you know what, phase 2, we're not going to release any character, which is why I was pissed that Mifu wasn't released. No, I wasn't saying I was pissed, I was more annoyed and impatient at that time, because I just really wanted Mifu to get released. But that's pretty much it for all the comments from Nova. I'm going to refresh and see if there's any more comments just to make sure. And it doesn't look like it, so thank you, Nova, and thank you, Haxor, for the comments. Appreciate it as always. And we just finished with the run. I know it's a little bit longer. I did have moments where I did just sit. There was the whole thing with the internet apparently disappearing on me for like a few minutes. So, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. But it's cool. It's cool. Speaking about the other games outside of gacha games, currently I am playing Power World. I did play it originally when it first, like the first month it came out. First month it came out, I played for about two months, I think. When it was still obviously in early access 2 years ago. I believe it was 2 years ago. And then now with it being at version 1.0, honestly speaking, with all the improvements on all that, dude, it's pretty fun. I know there's another similar game to it. I think it was called like Animo, something. I forgot what it's called. It's pretty recent, and it's kind of the same. Kind of the same. And in my head, I was like, dang, Nintendo/Pokemon ain't gonna be happy about this. It doesn't help. I mean, they did. Power World got set. It was okay. Power World was okay. They wouldn't have gone to 1.0 if they didn't. If they weren't okay. And I've been having fun with Power World. It is what it is. Other games I might end up going back to that are heading to 1.0, because I did play a lot of these games on early access, would be, if you've heard of these games, you've heard of them. Enshrouded, Valheim. I think those are the two games. Yeah, those are the two games. And then the last one I played was Dead Island 2 with my brother, which was fun. I do enjoy me a good, and it was an open world zombie. I do enjoy me open world games. Which is why I was very adamant on the fact that I was saying if you only play the gacha games and you quit because of the gacha system, then that means you didn't really care about playing the game, whether it was about playing the game in general. Because a lot of these gacha games that are getting complaints are usually open world JRPG games. So yeah. So it's hard for me to say that you could just go back and play your story open world RPG games if they don't even want to stick around and play for the actual story or game, or the actual meat and potatoes of the game, if they're just leaving because of the gacha system. So it's kind of like, got you. I don't even know if you even play games outside of I don't even know if they play games actually. If my impression of them is, oh, they're gonna quit a game because they don't like the gacha system without even trying the game, even way before the game is even released, they're gonna start judging it like this. So in my opinion, these people don't even care about story or anything like that, because I'm also under the impression that people just skip stories because they complain about not having a skip button, then again complaining that they don't understand what's going on in the story, like I've said multiple times in all these reds. So yeah, that's how it is. But thank you, Nova and Haxor, for the comments. Appreciate it as always. And my heart's not just called being blunt about how I feel about this whole situation. And if you can't handle people being blunt, then you can't handle criticism. If you can't handle criticism, well, you're gonna have a hard time getting help or asking for help, because you'll end up getting criticized. UA4 definitely could do better. Definitely could do better. All right. Well, definitely will probably train Bubblegum Fellow a little bit more later on to see how we can try this, because I feel like maybe we can get away with 2 power, or maybe 1 power, 1 guts, and probably still get away with like 1200 stamina. Maybe we'll see. But ended off with 2174 speed, 1498 stamina, 1539 power, 884 guts, and 1539 on wise, with an S aptitude on medium distance. That is my second best, because we did get a UA 8. I believe I was training her as a mile distance one there though. So with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. If you guys didn't make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and let me know how your guys' weekend were. If who you're bringing for the League of Heroes, maybe. I mean, it's a League of Heroes, so I'm assuming we're all less serious about this. But well, since it's a League of Heroes, but in general, even with the CM, I pretty much just Whoever is my best 3 train, I'll go with the best 3 train. But I'll train different amounts of Umas or different kinds of Umas just to, you know, have some options. Have some options. But for some odd reason, it always somehow ends up with either a single cap or one Kita, and that's in those teams. So we might see a Kita or we might see a cap in this in this League of Heroes team again. So, and if there's anything else you want to talk about or ask me, just leave it down in the comment section down below. As long as appropriate, I'll go over it. Like I said, let me know if you want to share what you done over the weekend. And if you guys haven't joined our Discord server, link is down in the description down below. Like I said, there's space in the circle, so if you guys haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join, y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It's called Shushu. Once you give that search, hit request join, it'll let me know that you want to join the circle. And then after that, head over to the comment section or the circle request channel in the Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you once again. As always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.